Here are the tips you can follow and get married earlier if you're ISKCON devotee. Hare Krishna, Mohini Madhavi here. In this video, I'll explain to you the ways and tips on how to get married earlier so that you don't have so much difficulty in finding a right person. First, I want to start my story. Right now, I'm married for the last 9 years, and I'm so grateful for that. And I'm married through ISKCON. It was an engaged marriage, and my counselors found me devotee to get married, and we matched the horoscopes, and then we got married. Now, from childhood, I was grown up in a family where my father was so strict. He would not allow us to mingle with boys. He was so protective of us, which is so good because I didn't get spoiled. I never had a boyfriend before that. But the problem is I was so shy. And when I came to ISKCON also, my shyness doubled in amount. So I was like, when I come to temple, I was like, don't look at the left side because there are boys. No, brahmacharis. Don't look at the right side. Another brahmachari. So I used to be like this. And now, with this mentality and with this consciousness, activities, how you're gonna find a devotee husband? I know devotee girls who are so, so professional in finding devotee husband, but I was not like that. I used to be so shy. And also, I used to go to the temple where so many senior Matajis are sitting. They're so much chaste and they observe every inch of your action. And then that was a double amount of pressure on me. So I go like this. No looking at the side, no looking at this side. And if there are Matajis, yes, there are Matajis. Don't look at anyone, just to the legs and to the deities. And chant Hare Krishna and go to your home. So that was the situation. I was afraid of all this gossip. Not gossip. I didn't want anyone to talk bad about me and think that I came to the temple just for looking boys. I didn't want that name on myself. Then how devotee girls who want to get married will get married if seniors don't help? Sometimes after marriage, I was so much inspired to help other girls to get married. But then I can understand the seniors as well because right after getting married myself, I was so inspired to marry every other devotee girl because I went through this much difficulty myself. I wanted to help all the devotee girls to get married. I was meeting this boy with that girl, meeting with this girl with that boy. And then I actually arranged a few marriages. You cannot believe. And they're so, thank God, thank God, thank God. They're so lucky right now. They're having a good families. But after so many years of marriage, we forget the pain we went through. And then right now, I'm not so much helping others to get married, which is so bad. Now, girls, there are so many devotees, senior devotees, who are like me, who want to help, but they're a little bit lazy. Now, please forgive them. And in this video, I will tell you what you can do so that you can find a good match for yourself and get married earlier. First thing is, please try to become happy and engage yourself in your psychophysical activities. If you take a flower which is rotten and which is so dry, will you gonna buy that flower? I'm sure no. But if you see flower which is so fresh, so much beautiful, so much attractive, so much revealing her beauty and nature, the smell, essence, so will you buy that flower? Yes, everybody will want that flower. So the same way, when you develop your feminine qualities, when you develop your psychophysical nature. For example, if you're a dancer, you try focus there, become a very nice dancer, engage that in Krishna consciousness, and you will, what that will do, I'll tell you, that will remove your mind from the mentality of when I get married, when I get married. Who will want to marry somebody who is so much crying for that marriage and so much sad? Nobody, actually. I'm sorry. Because men also want some inspiration. They also are like honeybees. They want to get something very sweet and attractive. So, the same way, if you develop very, like, you don't need so much of physical beauty to be so much beautiful. You can be attractive by becoming a very nice woman. If you develop your feminine qualities, you will be known to many, and many people will want to have you as their daughter in law, as their wife. For example, my situation, I was so much very shy girl, but then when I was doing service in Hare Krishna TV, Vaishnava Seva Prabhu told me, can you give a lecture and can you give a video on the YouTube? I was like, what? No. But then he told me, please try it, try it. Then I started and I liked it because I did my master's in journalism. It's kind of aligned with my kind of psychophysical nature or something like that. Then I started doing 200 videos. And then later in life, my husband said that actually, first time he met me on the YouTube, he watched my video and he liked my ideas. He actually told that he saw me in the YouTube, and when proposal came, usually Indians say no to the foreigners. I'm in the foreign body, but he said, "Oh my goodness, this is the person I fell in love with in the YouTube because she has so many nice ideas. She is following Indian culture more than many Indian girls." Then he agreed to get married to me. Like this, when I'm telling you to engage in your activities, in your varna, then you will be like a flower, so happy, so self-satisfied, so that other people will get attracted to you. And same way, mother-in-laws will want you to be their daughter-in-law. So be confident and engage in your activities. Other thing is, in every ISKCON center, there are marriage boards. One of the best ones are in Mayapur. They have big system of data where so many devotees come there and they matchmake. Other one is in Chowpatty ISKCON. They have also big marriage board where I was also there and we got married in Chowpatty. So, and nowadays we have so many centers, ISKCON centers, and many of them will have marriage boards. Please go and approach them. But for them, usually you will have to be following all four guild principles, and you will have to be at least chanting 4 rounds or ideally 16 rounds a day, because they help only for devotees. And the third thing is that there are online websites like marrydevotee.com. So don't feel shy, please. When you want to get married, you need to do something, and you need to get married on time. And it's a natural thing. I know girls, they're very shy. That's why I was like that, not using those kind of websites where you put your photos. So, but if you want to get things done, I would suggest you to go to the website and develop a very nice profile of your many photos, showing yourself, and along with your friends, family, and yourself in the picture, high quality photos and in real life photos, so that person sees you from many angles, and person sees your natural face, not so much edited photos, because the photos are so much edited. There was a case, I met one boy and girl from US. His photos were so much edited that After 1 year, when girl went to meet the boy, she was so much shocked. She said that the photos look completely different than the person himself. She lost so much hope in that. So that's why when you put photos, make sure that they are not so much edited, but show your real face, because you actually want the person not for one night or one day. You want the person for one life. So that's why life is long, and make sure you put your real photos, but put many photos so that he can see you, he can find out a little bit about you through your photos. Other thing is, yes, senior devotees are your best helpers. In any community you go, you just request them. I'm having a profile here. Create your profile in canva.com. You can create your profile. You put your pictures and you write about your details, your biodata, and then send to the Mataji or print it out and show to the Mataji, this is my profile. Please help me to find a good match for myself. I want to get married. Also, girls try to find somebody in the kirtans during kirtan festivals and all. Um, Unfortunately, I am not for that, because kirtans, when we do kirtans, we don't want to bring that material things into kirtan field. We want to focus only on the kirtans and the holy names, so that every person who is chanting in the big hall is only focused on the holy name, so that kirtan will become so powerful. But when some young girls start thinking, oh, I'll find my match here, and then create that mentality in kirtans, then the kirtan power won't be so good. Then it's not good for all the people in the kirtan. That's why, yes, when we go to yatras and kirtans, when there are not the kirtan time, or when there is no lecture time, we can meet those devotees while during prasadam or during other activities like other services. Yeah, so that's the other thing where devotee girls can find a husband or match for themselves. Other thing is, if you find a good person, if you find that somebody came to Krishna Consciousness and you feel like that Prabhuji is so nice, and why you don't go to the senior devotee and approach that person? If he really wants to get married, could you please talk to him if he wants to get married to me? Something like that. So I know a girl, she did that, and she was so young, and if I was in her place, I would be like so shy and wasting a lot of time. But when she saw a person, a right devotee, a right person, a Prabhuji, she was so adamant. She didn't care so much about other gossips here and there. Oh, she's after that boy, I know. But she went directly to the senior devotees. Prabhuji, Mataji, could you please help me to convince that boy to get married to me? So she was so bold in that, and the other Prabhuji was, okay, why not? I will get married. But also, she was not so sad girl. She was so much enthusiastic. She was so much developed in her psychophysical activities according to her varna. So much happy, so much inspirational. That's why when she approached through senior devotees, that boy couldn't refuse, because she was so much inspired by her. So that's the thing. Now, regarding the meeting online, please make sure that after you meet through online websites, try to meet that person as soon as possible, even not the video calls, because in video calls somehow you don't see the person really as he is. But try to meet that person within a week or within a month, so that you don't develop any attachment before you see the person, if that person is right for you or not. Because I know the cases I told you a little bit earlier also. If girl and boy meets together on the chat and on the videos, they talk a lot, but then when they meet in real life, they'll be like, what? You were so short in height? Or what? You were so tall in height? So these things are material, but in material life, in family life, all these things matter. We want somebody whom we get attracted to, even materially, and then have same wavelengths in spiritual life. So hopefully, devotee girls, these tips will help you. And if you have some questions, please let me know. And if you have some biodata, I don't know how many of them I can suggest, but maybe we can create something like, if you send me your biodata and I'll make a YouTube video about your biodata, if you don't feel shy about this, we can create something like that. Maybe then people will approach you. Thank you so much. Hare Krishna.